Hey guys, it's Siobhan Muir. I know, I'm a little late. I do apologize. I've been very busy getting stuff done with trying to get online. We're doing some shopping and some errands, and I totally got distracted by stuff, and so therefore I didn't get here on time. So I apologize if you were hoping to be right here at 5 p.m., which is Mountain Time, or, at the 00. I've been, like I said, I've been kind of running around doing stuff, and so, of course, I didn't get online at the time that I should have gotten online, and, what to do. Anyway, I hope things are going well for you guys. As you can see, I'm a little dressed up tonight because it's kind of date night, and date night is good because even though I'm married to this hot guy, it's good to remind him that even though we have kids and we have life and we have writing and we have reading and jobs and taxes and, all the stuff, the minutia that comes up, of course, you got to have date night. You got to have date night. Life can get in the way, but you got to remember why you married this person. And I think a lot of folks, hey Nellie, welcome. Yeah, I think a lot of folks forget that the whole reason why they got together in the first place, right? They got married because they really liked each other. Well, yeah, I think a lot of folks forget. And so tonight, of course, I'm doing the sparkly dress thing, and it is very sparkly. And I also put on my blue suede heels, which means I am not going to pick up my feet and show you, but I can pick up the heel. You want to see the heels? They're impressive heels. I bought them, actually, if you think about it, I bought these heels in Vegas. I mean, if you put it into perspective. Hey, Heidi, welcome. Welcome. Oh, I'm glad you got the message. That's important, because one of the things that happens is, Facebook doesn't always share that particular post, and of course then people have to go looking for me and they have to sign up. Anyway, I wanted to, so I'm going to show you the heels. You ready to see these heels? Look at these. Look at these heels. Yeah, blue suede heels with the sparkle. Do you see the sparkle? Oh, yeah. Date night shoes. Mostly, when you think about date night, it's actually, these are some serious heels. They are. Look at these. Look. They even got a little, platform. But these are the kind of shoes that you sit around and you look good in. These are not necessarily, let's go walk around downtown Cheyenne. These are shoes for looking sexy. So you sit there with your legs crossed, and then you just kind of dangle your foot. Huh? Yeah. So yes, my blue suede shoes. Yeah, they are. I'm not going to repeat that, Heidi, but yes, that's what they are. I don't have any boots, the kind that go up over your knee, and so they would be the F me boots. Yes, these are kind of F me heels. And Mr. SM is like, turn around. Do it again so I can see you. So, hence date night. I'm wearing a sparkly dress and a set of blue suede sparkly heels, just, in case you guys want to know what date night's like around here. Anyway, but we write about date night. That's kind of part of our thing as romance authors, of course. We write about almost like a string of date nights, the excitement and the romance and the connection between people. Well, that's how people end up getting married, is that they have that excitement and hopefully romance and connection. And so, of course, doing that as an author is absolutely delightful, because now I can share those date nights with you. Hey, Terry, welcome. And that's our big thing, is we write about date night. We write about date night that, in those of us who are erotic, we write about date night leading to sex and connection. And then, people always go, do you know that romance is porn, and it doesn't hold with our family values? I'm like, what are you talking about? romance is about family values. Where do you think the family comes from? It's because people fell in love and got together with their perfect romantic partner, and then they had lots of sex, and then they had kids. I mean, you can't get more family value than that. So, I'm all for romance actually being family values. Now, I write erotic romance, so you're definitely going to find out what they're doing in the bedroom. But that said, you know, I totally get it. If people like to call, they have erotic romance and then wholesome romance. Well, the word wholesome is very judgmental. It often means, well, it's very clean. Well, again, now you're suggesting that anybody who enjoys sex and likes reading about it and you know the details and things like that are dirty or bad, or, you know, it's very judgmental. So when I think of wholesome romance, I usually think of as sweet, right? They do it behind closed doors. You know they're adults, and you know they're getting it on, but you don't get to see all the nitty-gritty details, and that's okay. Some people don't like the nitty-gritty details. That's all right. Just don't call it wholesome, because that's basically saying, well, this is clean, good romance, and all the rest of that's icky. You don't have to like it. That's okay. You don't have to like it. Just remember that what you like is sweet, and the rest of us like to have the description. It's okay. You know, everybody has different tastes, and that's good. One of the things that I asked today on my Facebook page, it was if you guys like, when you read, if you prefer, you know, third person or first person, or if a mixture of both is okay. The reason I ask is I have this one story, and the way the muse wrote it was the heroine is in first person because it had gone with the rest of the series. The series was all from her perspective, and, you know, she was always speaking about what's going on. She was the narrator. So she narrated all these other stories, and then when it came time for hers, I'm like, well, I'll just keep going with that. The second POV is from the hero's perspective, and it wasn't his story, other than, you know, he was participating in it, and he was the hero. So every time I wrote his sections, it was in third person, because the narrator obviously couldn't know what was going on with him, and the heroine, of course, is, you know, doing her own thing, and she has the ability to, you know, talk us through what she's going through, you know, kind of her experience and how she's feeling. And then, but when I switched to his perspective, she wasn't there for it, right? So, I guess what I really wanted to do is see if you guys, were okay with, sorry, I'm having more technical difficulties, which is really frustrating for me. And I wanted to make sure I'm still talking to you guys. One of the hey, Stephanie, welcome. I'm glad you're here. Thank you. One of the problems is that a lot of people have trouble with first person, right? They don't normally read first person. That's okay. Nothing wrong with them not reading first person. I get that. But I want it the way it was written. I don't really want to do, you know, if I do this and fix it, it means it's massive revision, like months worth of work, because honestly, nobody wants to rewrite an entire story because it's written in one POV versus another. All right. So I guess I'm kind of like, what is your opinion on, you know, can you read the heroine that's in first person, and then when you switch to the other POV, you know, it's a definite like scene change or chapter heading change, that it turns to third person, or should I just rewrite her in third person, which I can. It was the way it was going. I liked having it in first person. So Terry says both. Well, that's good. That's good, because, you know, I had someone who said, I just hope that genre disappears, you know, or this first person, and then, it's third person, that one. I didn't think it was that bad. But on the other hand, when I wrote it, I had seen no other books like that. And I thought, I don't know if the readers will hang with that. The other thing is, I also, I always write in third person. The majority of my stories are all third person, no matter whose POV it's in. So you get the opportunity to, hear from their perspectives, obviously, when you switch scenes. I try not to head hop. I do it every now and again, but I try not to, because it's really annoying to me. It's like, who am I talking through? And when I catch it in other people's books, I'm kind of like, eh? So it doesn't matter to you, Stephanie? Okay. Yeah, I'd like to keep it that way, but I guess I'd have to send it to my beta readers and see if they think it's good. Because if they don't like it, then I'd probably have to go back through and fix everything. Yeah, I guess I would have to do that. And, a good author does that sort of thing, right? She takes the time and fixes the story so it's palatable to the majority of people. I like reading both main characters' thoughts, but if the story flows and makes sense, then I'm okay with it. Yeah, it's all about flow, isn't it? As far as I know, the story is good. And I like it that way, but it may, like I said, I've written it a while ago, so any edits I do now are massive revisions, and it may come down as like, you know what, I should just turn it all to third person. I don't want to do that. But I haven't looked at it. And I discovered that I think this year is going to be the year of the old story. So the first one's coming out on March 22nd. Yay! I have a date. I have a date. March 22nd, the box set will come out. It's called Magic Rising, and in it will be the Cloudburst Coffee and Spa. And it is cleaned up and ready to go. And yeah, baby, you'll get this story was written 5 years ago now. And then, but it wasn't finished. And I finished it in 2017. So I fixed it up and finished it. Now it's with an editor so that, we can meld the two writing styles. And then, so that'll come out on March 22nd. And it'll be in Kindle Unlimited for the first 3 months. And then I get the rights back to it because, it was in the box set for a while, and then I get the rights back to it. And once I get the rights back to it, I'll put a cover on it, and it'll be a standalone. It's in the Cloudburst series, but it'll be a standalone title. But then, so the muse started telling me that she wanted to work on another old story. It's called Courting the Dragon Widow. I am fixing it. I am making it better. I like the characters a lot better. Makes more sense. It's really funny. It's old enough. I started writing it in 2008, right? It's old enough that I have to add cell phones to it. And Skype. Shoot, Facebook. I have to load because it's so old that we didn't have those things. It's fine in the same book, but don't write the same book. No. Oh gosh, no, Stephanie. No, Stephanie says it's fine in the same book, but don't write the same book in another POV later. No, you get one story out of me. You're not getting this story told in two different people's. No, we're not doing that. That's annoying, and that feels a little like a cop-out. I know, I'm probably pissing off people who love 50 Shades of Grey, but once you write it, don't put out another version of it. Like from the other person's perspective. That feels kind of like, I'm milking it for all it's worth. Write a new story. Find something else to do. Write a new story. Do your own thing. So in any case, no, you will not. Once I get Kate's story out, this is because it is Kate's story. Once I get her story done, that's it. You're either getting it in first person and third, or I'll do it all in third. You're not going to get another version of it. That's it. You don't need another version of it. I don't need another version of it. I mean, right now, before I've edited it, it's 103,000 words. So you're getting one version of it. Yeah, no, I won't. One version. So, yeah. I lost track of what I was going to tell you. Oh, the books that are coming out. So the old story. So, like I said, Courting the Dragon Widow is so old it didn't even have cell phones in it. So I've added cell phones. I also added Skype. We'll see what else develops as I get through this. I'm only into chapter 4. I mean, you got to understand. It started off as 81,000 words. And when I was self-editing it a couple years ago, I was looking through it and like, well, I'll skip to the good parts. If I'm skipping to the good parts in my own writing, that means the story sucks. So, I'm no longer skipping to the good parts. I'm making it all good part. And it is turning out better. The character is much better. All the characters are much better. And, you know, you're going to start to understand who's doing what and why and that sort of thing. So that'll be the first thing. So the first story that's coming out is March 22nd, and that one was finished in 2017, but it was started in 2013. Right? The second one that comes out is Courting the Dragon Widow. That was started and finished. It was started in 2008, finished in 2009, is now going to come out in 2018 after much revision. Then, so that's those two. And then the third one I was working on is called The Bone Flute. It's a ghost story, actually. The hero is attached to a bone flute that is made from his femur, from his thigh bone. Oh, yeah. He done got cursed really bad. and he was stuck in ghost form attached to this bone flute. And the only way he can get out of the curse is he has to get he has to save a magic user. So who does he get? A woman who's a scientist and doesn't believe in magic. Yeah, still cracks me up. But it's a good story idea, but again, it's not finished. And that one was started in 2010, 2011. So it's been 8 years. So like I said, the old stories are coming out, and it's the year of the old story. That's what's going to happen. So I was also looking at Kate's story. Hey, YS Books, welcome! Yeah, welcome. That's going to come out. These stories they're old. They're the older stories that were never published. I mean, it's not like you're going to get have to republish them. No, these are going to be brand new to you. They've been around a while, but brand new to you. So you will get some new stories coming out. Hopefully they'll be good enough. Like I said, they're going to take some massive revision, and the reason they're taking massive revision is in the last 10 years my writing has changed, and it's gotten better. It's gotten better. But of course, it'll all be dauntless romance. Right now, fixing Courting the Dragon Widow, she's become a lot more dauntless since I got a hold of her this year. She used to be a little more doormatish, and that's why I didn't like the story. I was like, no, I don't like you. We're going to fix you. You need to be fixed. Is there something wrong with you? So, things that go through an author's mind. What else can I tell you? One of the things I've been thinking about also is to work on being, of course, more present here on YouTube. You guys can enjoy me. Yay! And spreading the word, please. Oh! There is a contest going on, and the contest is at All Author. Let's hope I can do this here. I think it is .com/ I'm trying to write it down here so you guys can see it. But if you go to that website that I just put up there in the live chat, it's allauthor.com/cover-of-the-month/1374. Vote on my cover. Burning Yuletide is up for cover of the month. So, and you can vote every like 5 days, 5 or 6 days. So you go and vote, come back in 5 or 6 days, and vote again. And hopefully I can get to #1. Yay! We can always hope. So if y'all would do that, that'd be great. Spread the word. Tell everybody that this really cool author needs you to vote for her. and you know, so they do. Is my smile cute enough? Anyway, that's kind of what I'm going on. I have also signed up. Some of you guys will be really excited about this. There's a reader event called Wild West Weekend or Wild Wicked Weekend or something like this. And it is in San Antonio, Texas. And it'll be in 2019. So you got a year, you got some time. But I will be one of the featured authors there. I'm actually going to travel in February down to Texas and hopefully interact with all y'all. And then, you know, sign books and do fun events and talk to you in person. You can actually talk to me in person. Not that you don't talk to me in person here, but, you know, talk to me in person. And, yeah, so I'm hoping that y'all can do that. It looks like it's going to be a good time. And I've had a reader go, when are you coming to San Antonio? And I'm like, 2019? 2019? Are you good with 2019? I hope so. I'll be good with 2019. So yeah, I'm planning to be at a public venue where you can interact with me. Yeah, I hope that's good for you guys. I don't have any other plans so far, but that doesn't mean that it won't change. Part of the planning process takes a lot longer. Like, I do need to remember to sign up to be an author. Ooh, I won't be able to do it. I was like, oh, I could do Coastal Magic. No, it happens at the same time. So I can't do that one. I have to do something in the summer. I think there's another event that's happening in 2019 that I need to pay attention to. It's almost like, okay, you're the beginning of 2018, so start making plans for 2019. Or if you don't do it now, you don't get in. Okay. There is an event coming up in Romancing the Capital. I think it's in Ottawa, Canada this year. I would really like to go and be a featured author, but I can't go and be a featured author. So maybe I'll go as a reader just so I can reconnect with everybody because it's up in Ottawa. So then I get to see my friend Paul Henry Sayre, who is a fantastic photographer, and, you know, hang out with his models and see readers. I don't see the downside to this. Mr. SM might argue, but I don't see the downside to this. I should start making plans for that. Anyway, I hope that you guys get a chance to go to some of these events because it's really fun to interact with authors and readers. And, you know, it's kind of like, you know, a lot of these authors go to several of them, so you get to see a bunch of your friends every year. And that's part of my favorite things to do is when I go to these events is to interact with people and see my author friends and then get all excited about writing. So hopefully you guys can join in too. That's about it tonight. Oh, Heidi, I am so excited to meet you in person. Wouldn't that rock? It'll just rock. Yeah, it's been kind of an amazing opportunity to have people invite me places. I'm like, wow, you're inviting me? Me? I can't imagine. Who? Are you sure it's me? I know my writing is fun, but really? You want to meet me? So that's kind of like, that's always a fun thing to have someone want to actually meet me at these events. I'm like, are you sure you're not talking about like Louisa Basio or Kat Johnson or Sabrina York? J.M. Madden? No? You want to meet Siobhan Muir? Are you sure? Maybe it's another SM name like Sage Marlowe? Oh, yes. Stephanie reminded us it's 2 weeks to Black Panther when it's released. Mr. SM asked me yesterday. He goes, you want to go to a movie in 2 weeks? I said, what happens in 2 weeks? He goes, Black Panther? I'm like, yeah, won't my parents be here with the Muirlets? And he goes, yeah. Don't you think it's a good date night? I'm like, yes, I do. Yes, as a matter of fact, that would be a great date night. Let's go see the Black Panther kick butt. Oh, yeah. Sightsee, I would totally love it, Heidi. Totally love it. Totally, totally. It does look awesome, Nellie. I agree. It looks like it's going to be a great movie. And, you know, I was looking at the list of actors. Oh, there are some great actors that are going to be in this film. I'm just like, yeah, look at all these names. I know all these names. I was excited about it because it's a pretty good cast. Even if they included, like, in addition to, like, Angela Bassett, I think is in it, and I don't know all their names, but I recognize their faces because they're really good actors. But Angela Bassett, and I think is Forrest Whitaker in it? I think he's the king. I don't remember. And then there was a couple other of the women that I recognize, and then there was a couple of the men, and then of course, you know, you remember the guy who plays Gollum, Andy Serkis. He's in it, and Martin Freeman, who is, you know, Sherlock's John Watson, at least the British one. But I'm really looking forward to that movie because it's going to be so beautiful. And the costumes are going to be amazing, and the story. I'm just excited. It'll be awesome. So Mr. SM is like, date night. Hello. Yes, Forrest Whitaker. Yes. Okay, good. I thought I recognized him. I'm like, I gotta remember all their names. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it because Mr. SM and I are movie buffs. We love going to movies. It's our thing. It's how we got together, actually. We were in graduate school. I met him, and we became friends over a long period of time because we had classes together. And we started going out to breakfast. I'm an early bird, so I get up really early. I'm like, okay, 7 o'clock, let's eat. And he's all like, no. I might make 8. I might. You might convince me to come in at 8. So I compromised, and we had breakfast at 8. And then it turns out he liked movies, and I'm like, well, let's go and see some movies. So when we first started going out, we would see like 52 movies a year. We'd see one a weekend. Every weekend, we'd go to a movie. It was pretty impressive. So we used to see a lot of movies. Now, then we had kids. Yeah, we went from seeing 50 movies a year, seeing 1, maybe 2. Now the kids can watch some of the movies, but we always make sure that we watch them first because we had this experience. We went to see Doctor Strange. We watched it like, can the kids see this? Yeah, all right. It looks like it's not terribly scary. It won't mess them up too much. We took the Muralettes. And Muralette number 1 fainted. She fainted because, do you remember Doctor Strange? He crashed the car, and then they had to do all of this work on his hands, right? And the makeup was so convincing that she freaked out because his hands had been damaged and fainted. So I missed half the movie because I was dealing with a kid who was fainting. So we now have learned that we always watch the movies first before we go to the theater and have a kid throw up on us. Faint and throw up. Yeah, it was a real experience for me. So we have now learned to take some precautions first. So yeah, Black Panther will be Mr. SM and me, and then we will take the kids to it if it's okay. But it's been interesting because, you know, you have to test the movies first. But he and I see a lot of movies. And we like a lot of TV shows too. Right now we were right in the middle of watching Person of Interest, which was interesting. We're in the middle of the 2nd or 3rd season. I don't remember which one we're in. 3rd season, maybe? So, anyway, that's about all I've got because, you know, it's date night tonight. I have to go look sexy for Mr. SM. That's not hard. He's a hot guy, so it's easy to look sexy for him. And spend some time with him. So I hope you guys are having a good Saturday evening. and that you are you have whatever it is you choose to do tonight, whether you go on a date or you hang out inside and read. I have a new book coming out. And it's on pre-order, and it's only 99 cents. By the way, it's 99 cents for the box set, so you can get it on pre-order. That might be too much hotness for them. Yes, Stephanie, that could be. Absolutely. So, there's, if you need reading material, just go to SiobhanMuir.com/books. Lots of reading material, like 26 books. Lots of reading material. And the new one comes out on March 22nd, and it's on pre-order right now for 99 cents. You can get, I think there's 13 authors. And, mine's a full-length novel in there, so you get for 99 cents, at least for the first week, I think is what it is. And then it is Kindle Unlimited, so it is included with your subscription. You can get it for that. But once the 3 months is up for Kindle Unlimited, it comes down, and then we all put out our books on our own. So, y'all have a great night tonight. I will talk to you tomorrow morning at, somewhere between 10 and 11 a.m. Mountain Time, which is 9 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Mountain, 11 a.m. Central, and 12 p.m. Eastern. And, I'm not going to be all dressed up like I am tonight for date night. But we'll be doing the Sunday morning tea. And, of course, you can ask me questions anytime, because I can see what you're telling me. I can respond to them. So if you have questions for me about writing, about publishing, about stuff like that, I can answer those. I'm good with that. And what else can I tell you? I guess that's it. So I will see you tomorrow, sometime in the morning. If I don't see you tomorrow, there's always the Saturday Evening Soliloquy that on SMTV on YouTube. Hopefully not as late as this was tonight, but like I said, we had some errands we had to run. So I was a little late, and I had to get dressed up. Ta-da! Anyway, I hope you have a great weekend. And and I give great advice. Oh, thank you, Terry. Well, I try. I try. I guess got to use the experiences I've had to some helpfulness, right? So I hope you have a great night. Thank you so much for joining me. I do appreciate it. And I will talk to you tomorrow. So have a good one. Bye-bye.